Center. I'm Candy, and today we are reporting on one of UNCG Club's football line. We have an offensive lineman, Brian Cohn, that keeps false starting. He seems to be losing his balance, causing him to fall over the line before the snap of the ball. If he is not false starting, he seems to be having trouble getting off the line fast enough. This is causing the defense from the opposing team to get past the offensive line. Now I will pass it on to Alex, who is on the field now.
We have observed that when he is on the line, he is not putting his hand down and he bent more at the waist than at his knees. This is causing his center of mass to be outside of his base of support. When this occurs, he has less control of his start and he begins to fall forward, causing him to false start. Also, with his body being close to a standing posture, his body is already mechanically unstable.
The center of mass is the point around which a body's mass is equally balanced in all directions. The base of support is the area enclosed by the outermost edges of the body in contact with the supporting surface. So if the center of mass moves outside the base of support, balance will be lost. Now let's take a look to see how these elements affect our UNCG lineman Brian Cohn.
Downs.
So to fix what Alex had mentioned to us before, we will have him put his hand on the ground, allowing the base of support to increase. We will also have him bend more at the knees so he can vertically position his center of mass, allowing him to have a better balance. We can also position his center of mass horizontally to put his center of mass close to the base of support boundary, enhancing his stability. Now let's take a look at him and see if he's performing any better.
It seems that Brian is doing a lot better at not false starting. Now let's turn it over to our other reporters, Ben and Brian, to see if they can help our offensive lineman move off that line fast.
So now that we have fixed the balance issue and he is not false starting anymore, we can now move into working on getting him off the line faster. First, like enhancing his stability, we will horizontally position his center of mass, having him lean forward toward his opponent. So his center of mass is close to the boundary of his base of support. With his center of mass moved closer to the base of his support, his weight will be displaced further, making it easier and faster to get off the line.
Now let's take a look and see how the elements that Ben described are affecting Brian's ability to leave the line faster. Let's take another look at this play and watch how Brian's center of mass is more centered rather than pushing against the base of his support, causing him to not leave the line fast.
If he gets off the line faster, this means velocity is increasing, in turn causing momentum to increase. The two components of momentum are mass and velocity. With the lineman having a similar mass, velocity is the key for our offensive lineman to push the defense back. Following collision, there is a tendency for both objects to continue moving in the direction of motion originally possessed by the object with the greatest momentum. So by possessing a greater momentum and velocity, he will move the defensive lineman back in the direction he is moving.
Momentum can be described as the amount of motion an object possesses, and it is measured by mass and velocity. Mass is the quantity of matter composing a body, and velocity is the speed of something in a given direction. Now let's see if Brian put those elements into effect and can now beat his opponent off of the line. We have sent one of our reporters down to the field to get an interview with Brian Cohn to see how he feels about the improvements he made in practice today. Hey there, Brian. So what are some of the things you learned today from our Sports Center Biomechanics team?
I always thought by being in a more standing position that I would be more stable because my base of support was wider, which is what I was told, that the base of support needed to be wide to be able to stay stable. But I understand now that the standing position is unstable because we are constantly moving. So by having that crouched position, I am able to have better balance so I'm not false starting. So thank you to the Sports Center team for giving me that advice.
Wow, what an improvement, Brian. Thank you to our reporters for helping our linemen improve. You can catch these improvements at their game this Friday against A&T. Hope to catch you on the next UNCG Sports Center.